Good morning, friends. My health journey began, you probably could say, at 12 years old. At the time, we lived in Montana. We always did 4th of July big. We had a big picnic. All the best foods came. We always had cinnamon rolls. I said I was 12 years old, and I got in line for seconds. All of a sudden, I heard behind me a voice that said, "Do you really need that?" That's when my dieting began. From that moment on, I started dieting, guys. I always started on a Monday. So if I ever messed up, don't worry, start again Monday. Every Monday, I would start only to fail. I put on weight because of the dieting. Because you got to eat as much as you can, because tomorrow or Monday you diet. The weight crept up on me. At my highest, I was 277 pounds. Tell you guys, at that weight, you're exhausted. You have a hard time moving. You have a hard time balancing because all my weight was on my front. I was miserable. I had to work. So I was a teacher, mom, wife, and I was miserable at that weight. Around age 40, my body started talking back at me. I developed gallbladder problems and had to have the gallbladder out. I went to a doctor. He also did gastric bypass. After a lot of research and a lot of back and forth with the insurance company, I decided to have gastric bypass. My insurance paid for it. Now, the type of gastric bypass I had is called the Roux-en-Y. It's where they reduce the size of your stomach. They staple it. That's the best way to explain it. It worked. In 1 year, I lost 177 pounds. I cannot tell you how everything changed. First off, my friendships changed. People who ate with me, when I couldn't eat anymore, it made them uncomfortable. The attention changed. No longer did people stare at me because I was heavy, because I was looking pretty good. There were so many changes, I didn't even know who I was anymore. Yet, despite the gastric bypass, my whole life changed. Yet, food didn't. I taught food. Culinary arts. Taught food all day. Purchased food, made food, was surrounded by food. I purchased a restaurant. I was a cook. I served food. So I was constantly surrounded by food. For the past 27 years after my gastric bypass, surrounded by food. The question comes up, how do I manage to keep it off? Having the gastric bypass helped me to take it off. It didn't help me to keep it off. Let me explain. Here's the issue that nobody teaches us. That is a life skill that we need to learn because we've forgotten it. Health isn't about dieting, guys. It's about paying attention to what your body says. Let me explain. When we're born, we have those signals. If we're hungry, we cry. We get fed. When we're full, we stop eating. Slowly, gradually, we learn that. We stop listening to our bodies. If something tastes good, we finish it. I needed to learn to pay attention to my body. Let me give you a couple tips and tricks that I've learned. Number one, learn to pay attention to your body. One of the big things that helps me is pain. If you eat too much, you feel full. If you really eat too much, it can hurt. That's me, only in a smaller way. My stomach's small. So if I overeat, it's literally painful. I also, if I eat too fast, I develop something called the dumping syndrome, which means it's dumping calories in me, going through my body. As a result, I can get, my heart starts beating fast. It's almost like having a diabetic reaction. Pain has become my enemy and my friend. You probably don't have that. You've got to learn to start listening to your body. How? That's the second thing I learned. Don't say no. Give yourself permission to eat whatever you want. This isn't a cardboard diet. That's what I keep telling Eric. Eat everything you want, but here's the rule. Start healthy first. Whenever you can, add something that's healthy to your diet. For example, when I love potatoes, all kinds. When I'm going to make potatoes for that night, for dinner, maybe instead of fries, I decide to do a baked potato. I take my baked potato, instead of starting out with sour cream and butter and all that stuff, I start putting on veggies that I love. So I'll put some broccoli, onions, peppers. I even like spinach, or I'll put salad on it. Tomatoes. I add some sour cream or cheese. Most of the time I can do without butter. That's fine. That's what I'm talking about. Healthy first. Try and add fruits. Try and add vegetables. Basically, you're taking care of your body. Now, so that's the second thing. Number 1, listen to your body. Number 2, start with healthy first. Number 3, give in to cravings. There's nothing wrong with a craving. Again, that's a signal in your body that you need something for whatever reason, whether it's emotional or whatever. Did you realize that it takes about 70 calories to satisfy a craving? Start something small. So if you're a sweet person and you go, gosh, I want a Snicker bar. I get myself a little Snickers bar, about 70 calories. I enjoy it. I wait. I go do something else. Most of the time, the craving's gone. Enjoy what you want. Start out with a small amount. I'm going to show you ways to trick yourself. For example, I want potato chips. I get that small 1-ounce bag. If I want to, it's going to be a hassle because I have to go up and get it. I just don't mindlessly eat the chips. That's what it's all about, guys. Would you join me on my health journey? Show you my tips and tricks and show you what it's like to eat as Mama D. As I plan out the diet for Eric. When I say diet, the eating plan for Eric, so he doesn't end up eating just cardboard. As I said, this isn't a weight loss series. This is a health journey. It's like this. You buy a new car. No matter what you do to it, for the most part, it'll run. It's when it starts to turn over 100,000 miles or whatever, if you haven't taken good care of it, it starts to show the problems. Well, it's the same way as your body. Young people, you can eat whatever you want. How many of you used to say, I could eat whatever I want? As I got older, the weight crept up on me. Same as me. I figured I would probably put 2 pounds on a month. A couple of years, that's how I put on the weight. Join me. We're going to relearn how to listen to our bodies without shame, without dieting, and without starting over every Monday. Guys, it's all a part of decluttering our lives, freeing us to enjoy life.